Hey there, weirdos and wonder seekers. Welcome back to the next episode of Let's Get Critical, the static between worlds. Last we left off, we met our adventuring party. Go ahead and say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
It's very Dimension 20, don't sue us. I am just going to go back one more time. This is the second episode. We'll give one more round of introductions.
This is John playing Jimmy Everfield.
This is Beth. I'm playing Madonna.
This is Amanda. I'm playing Sienna Canto.
There we go.
And this is Sarah. I'm playing Cassandra.
Yeah. And this group of unlikely teens in an 1980s alternative world in the great nation of the United Realms of Endica found themselves on an abandoned pier, thinking they were going to the high school party on their first day of school, and instead found some very strange powers and didn't even have time to really think about it before they were interrupted by strange fish mutants and giant crabs. And we left off rolling for initiative. Looking at the top of our initiative order, we will be starting with Jimmy, who is currently a lion. Jimmy is surrounded by crabs and mutated fish people. The water is boiling around you. They have pinchy little crab pincers, some of them, and other of them have little sticky hands, and they got stones and sticks and scary things all coming towards you. What does Jimmy do?
So Jimmy is going to kind of stand up on his paws, finally coming to, kind of peace of what has happened. And he looks around, he sees everybody kind of trying to collect himself. He goes, Now is my moment. And he is going to charge at this conveniently named number 5.
Yes, crab number 5. These are paid actors.
Yeah, crab number 5. And he's going to, and he's going to just kind of nonchalantly close his eyes whilst doing so, just swipe his hand the best that he can, attempting to do what's a rend lion attack.
I love a little limp wrist motion.
And that is, not that great. That is a 14 to hit.
A 14 will miss, unfortunately. This is a giant armored crab. You did close your eyes kind of going for the first swing, so you kind of smack it, but not with the claws as you went in for that first attack, and you just see this crab just dancing around you here.
Oh, that makes me really uncomfortable, and he's going to just wind up and prep his back legs before he pounces and attempts to make contact with these claws again. That is an 18 to hit.
18 will hit. Roll damage.
So that is... max damage. That is 11 damage.
11. Yeah. Wow. 11 damage. So you went for the first swing, weren't really looking, you're like, all right, I'm done with this. And you wallop him on the second swing, and you see this crab, just a giant chunk of this crab goes flying off as you slice it.
The trajectory was wrong the first time. It's like this. Ugh.
There we go. Okay, so that was action and a little bit of movement. You have, I think, a little bit of movement left and a bonus action.
That is going to actually be it. That's it for old Jimmy. He's going to hang out there.
Okay. If that's the case, it is going to be the crab's turn. The first crab is going to take an attack against Jimmy. That's crab number 5, just to clarify for y'all. That is... that's the 22 to hit.
It'll do.
Okay, and that will be only 2 points of bludgeoning damage. I also need you to go ahead and make a strength saving throw. And you can use the stat block of a line if it's higher.
Oof. It is much higher, and that is still a 6.
A 6, you are now grappled in the hook of this crab as it went in for an attack. That's going to bring us to our other crab, and it is going to just run up 5, 10. See if it's got enough movement, actually. Yeah, it should be good. 5, 10, 20, and it's going to get right up on Madonna. It's also going to make a swing at Madonna. Ooh, that is a 12. Does a 12 hit?
It does not. It does not. I have to take damage for Hellish Rebuke, right?
Usually it's a reaction to being hit.
So it doesn't.
Go ahead and look at the spell, though. I want to see 2024 may have changed on that. But yes, that swing does not hit.
Yeah, there's a reaction to hit usually.
Okay, yeah. So no, I don't.
So that will bring us to number 1 and number 2 of our mutant fish people. If we could go ahead and we're gonna have to have one move up to Jimmy and one move up to Madonna. We'll have number 2 move up to Jimmy and number 1 move to Madonna. Okay. The one swinging at Jimmy does an 18 hit.
An 18 does, in fact, hit.
Okay. And that's going to be... it's just 3 piercing damage. And... one more... they got these kind of like sharp stones in their hand. Give me one more attack. This one's going against Madonna as the other fish person. I'm going to let it land. Does a 16 hit Madonna?
Yes.
Okay. That is 7 piercing to Madonna. Since it did hit, you could potentially use your reaction if you'd like.
Oh yeah, the Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, Hellish Rebuke. Go ahead and what's the save on that?
Hellish Rebuke was... Sorry, I was doing the other spells. Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Takes 2d10 on a failed save, or half as much.
What is your DC?
My DC... Sorry, armor class 13.
Should be, that's your armor class. So it should show you on her spells. 13. 13 dex. Okay, they add a +0 to this. That was caught. They rolled a natural 1. So go ahead and roll damage for that.
Let's go!
Honestly, forget which one. This is the D10. No. 7 and 6.
7 and 6. Oh my god. What does this look like as it hits this weird fish person with a frog hand? And as they're running up to you.
Mm-hmm. I think she's gonna flinch back. She doesn't dodge. She tries to, but it still hits her. So she, fuck off, you freaky frog! And she flame of fire.
As you say that, the vibrations ripple out from your mouth, and you just see spontaneous fire erupt on this little fish person, as it looks like you just cooked it almost to death. And freaking tastic. Okay, that is actually going to bring us to Sienna. You have 2 attacking Madonna currently in front of you. You see another 2 attacking Jimmy, and there are still 2 at the very edge. What would you like to do?
I am going to go to Madonna's aid, and I am going to attack the frog-like freaky creature that is in front of her by doing a hex.
Okay, so you're going to use your bonus action to hex. You do get the ability to impose disadvantage on any of their abilities. Is there anyone in particular that you want to? Yeah, wisdom. Okay. Yeah, we can do wisdom. So yeah, it's been hexed. You still have your action. So go ahead and move your piece up to that number 1. Did you want to make an attack on that?
I think initial, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think initial intention was to stand back a little bit to be out of melee range.
Oh yeah, perfect. In that case, go ahead and stay where you were. How would you like to attack?
So I guess cast Toll of the Dead.
Toll of the Dead. Okay. And that's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yep. Wisdom save of 14.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's gonna fail. It's a 7.
It's just gonna appear a large holographic bell, almost kind of like a school bell, what we would see at school, and it's just gonna start ringing incessantly.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay, so 5 damage.
Okay, 5 damage is exactly what you needed to kill this fish person. As you do this bell and it's tolling behind, you just see what was already kind of like a burnt kind of fish fillet just erupts with ooze of necrotic death as it splashes out all over the ground in front of Madonna. Fantastic. Amazing. You still have some movement. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. In that case, that is going to bring us to our last 2 fish. These are the ones with the crab hooks and everything. They're going to... they don't have the movement. They are going to use their action to dash. One of them is going to go to Cassandra. The other one is going to dash in front of Sienna. So number 3 can go to... Perfect. Yes. And perfect. That'll bring us to Madonna.
Nice. Okay, so little halfling just helped me. So I'm gonna turn. I watch this fish run at her. I'm gonna turn and directly point at 4. I felt the music since that white beam hit me. It's just thrumming in my blood. So I start playing my little bass. Dun 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 dun. And then I'm just like, pretty sure I ate your parents in my tuna salad. She's hellish rebuke 4.
Is that a vicious mockery or hellish rebuke?
Vicious mockery.
No worries. That is a wisdom save, I believe, and your DC is 13.
Fighting fish on a beach and you go smoke on the water. That's so great.
They are gonna save. That way, they rolled a 15. You see, it kind of looks at you and just like can't process anything. Just like as you say that. Yeah, that is your action. Bonus action or any movement that you wanted to use.
No, I don't think there's anywhere she should go. She's gonna keep on playing. Just dun, 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 dun.
Okay, got the baseline going as we move over to Cassandra's turn. Cassandra, you got one in front of you. What would you like to do?
Okay, she felt like she was this whole time, all this stuff's so chaotic. Her heartbeat's thumping a samba, and then suddenly it starts beating along to this bass rhythm. That's pretty tasty. And then seeing this crab like run up to her, she was feeling on the ends of her fingertips as if they were kind of tingly, like building up a static. She was thinking something was going to burst forth, but instead, as this thing rushes up to her, all she thinks is, no, get it away, get it away, get it away. And she is going to bonus action Misty Step and just disappear to appear somewhere else.
Okay, where is where's
I can teleport up to 30 feet.
Yes.
How tall is this rock over here?
10. So I'd say you'd be able to make it if you wanted to get on top of that rock.
Think so? Okay, maybe right here or something like that. Okay. All right, I just disappear and reappear up here. And as I do, I go, how did I do that? And from up here, now, Forgive me if I'm wrong, because I'm still remembering 2014 rules and everything. Can I cast another spell if I've done a bonus action spell? Or
Can't be 2 slotted spells. So you can do a cantrip and 1 slot spell.
Got you. Okay.
Um,
Got you. Okay, absolutely. Then I will use Mind Sliver. And which one is the one that looks? Or is the one that looked pretty hurt? Is that one gone? Which one's? I've lost.
there's a crab just below number 5 that looks pretty injured.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a look at that one. And it says you try to temporarily sliver the mind of one creature you can see within range. It needs to be within 60 feet. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage, and then subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Holy cow. Does it say anything about minimum intelligence for this, or no?
Not that I see.
Okay, this crab's adding a -5 to its roll.
And let's see, the saving throw was intelligence 15.
They rolled 15, -5, makes it a 10, so go ahead and roll damage for me.
Hell yes. Okay, let me see. Where's my roll d6? There we go. And that is 3 damage that this thing takes.
Yes, it's gone. You just hear in the middle of this baseline this random dissonant chord, and then this crab's it just crumples under this, and blue number 5 is gone. Excellent. So that is bonus action. Any movement? Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I would like to clamber up just a little bit higher with my movement up here. Just feeling gross. Like this is not good. I am never eating crab again.
Yeah, this is pretty nasty. That is going to bring us back to the top of the order with John.
Alrighty, so Jimmy is going to just rear up, kind of reorientate himself and target number 2, and just with a ferocious roar, going to peel back, attempt another swipe or a first swipe at number 2 here. That'll be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, 20's going to hit.
Nice. 30-20, that is. That is 7 damage.
7 damage, okay.
And then still kind of back on its hind legs. He's going to take a swipe with the left paw. That'll be a nat 20. Okay,
Christmas.
so
Yeah, go ahead and roll double damage.
okay, awesome. So double.
Yep.
Okay, so just roll 2. So that is 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay, so you see this lion form of the sweatiest, nerdiest dude you've ever seen in your life. This fish guy just kind of gets in front of him and just boom, boom, 2 swipes, out cold, dead, on the ground, and red number 2 is off the board.
Jimmy's just looking down at his paws, completely covered in blood and disgusted.
Covered in fish guts and blood.
Excellent. Jimmy is going to go ahead and use his movement to go ahead and charge over here to number 4, and he will end his turn right there.
Excellent. So in your turn, that is going to go ahead and both those guys are gone. That's going to bring us back to Sienna. Sienna, you've got one right in front of you. You've got one to your right and your left. What would you like to do?
Oh my gosh, you smell. And then I'm just going to reach out and touch him with a chill touch.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and roll your d20. Hey, sorry.
6, is it?
Okay, the smell's really getting to you. You try to touch it, and it's like your instinct just kicks in as you're going to touch it, and you just start to recede your hand a little bit, like, whoa, as you get your gag reflex a little bit. You still have a bonus action, and you do still have movement. If you move, though, could potentially cause an opportunity attack. What would you like to do?
Do misty stuff.
Okay. So that's 30 feet of movement. This is now twice in like 10 seconds. We're seeing 2 of you just disappear and reappear somewhere. Where would Sienna like to move? She's got 30 feet, so she can go pretty much 6 squares in any direction.
I'm gonna go to the left of Madonna.
And so you do technically still have movement, and I believe you got an ability with that, yeah?
Yeah, real quick.
I'll do taunting step.
Can you say it one more time?
A taunting step?
Okay. What is that? Is that a save?
Start for creatures. Read.
So creatures within 5 feet of the space you left must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell, save DC, or have disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
I'll be at 14 is the same.
14 wisdom. Let me see if there's any wisdom in these creatures. They hit 14 exactly.
Damn.
So they when you Misty Step, something is different when you did it. You jumped out over to the side, and you hear this little girl's laughter just echo through as this fish person pretty, but then it kind of snaps back too. Fantastic, amazing. Anything else you want to do on your turn? Oh yeah. Okay, so that is going to bring us to the remaining 2 fish people here. The first one is going to take an attack at Jimmy. Let me see here. Okay. Does a 16 hit Jimmy?
16 will meet it. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
Oof! Oh my lord, I'm not rolling good. That's a 7 for Jimmy the Lion.
You are grappled. This mutant-looking fish person takes his crap and just grabs you by the throat as you take 7 points of damage from its pincer. And that will be that one. The other one is going to make a ranged attack at Cassandra. As you see it just throws up this glob of slime. And that's a 19 to hit.
Okay. Sorry. Let me see. Reaction. One reaction. When you were hit by an attack roll or targeted by the vacuum magic spell, shield.
Oh, okay. So what does that raise your AC to? That's +5?
+5. Oh, I shouldn't have done this thing because you said it was 19 to hit, right?
It is 19 to hit.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't have done it.
Oh, okay. So you see
I'll
it
still
coming.
use the spell though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
goes for the entire round.
Yeah.
So you're still good in that, and so you.
So it raises my armor class to 15.
You're at
So it's just a
15.
reactionary shing and
You
just
throw it up. Unfortunately, a little bit of this glob just slings right over your shield. This arcane rippling shield that you threw up, and that is going to be for. Let me see. Oof, that's not great. Wow. Yeah, that's going to be for 11 points of acid damage.
oh my god.
As this thing burns as it hits your skin. That will be its turn, though, and that is going to bring us to Madonna.
I hunch over to protect the book.
So she's just been eyeballing these fishy freaks, like, causing mayhem. She's gonna pause in her dun 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 dun, and she's gonna point at the one right next to Jimmy.
Okay.
Cast Fireball.
Firebolt?
Firebolt.
Okay, make an attack roll for
She
me.
said fireball.
No,
My-
Firebolt. I don't think I can have Fireball yet. 10. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 will not hit. So, just, you already burned one of these guys to a crisp. You start slapping these forwards, and you reach out a finger, and this flash of fire just goes a little bit wide and misses. This is your first time trying to throw fire from your fingertips. You do still have a bonus action. if you'd like to use that, and you have movement, we'll take an opportunity attack if you do that.
Nah, I think I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna bring my hands back, start playing again, a little more aggravated, like dun 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 dun.
Okay, awesome. I will just remind you, since it is our first session, you do have Bardic Inspiration you can hand out. You can do that when you want, though. Don't forget about that feature.
Never played the bard before. That was a thing.
And you, as a Glamour Bard, you got some stuff I'd read into what you can also do with your Bardic die. If you want to end your turn there, though, that will bring us to Cassandra.
Oh. Okay. Now, I have healing hands as an Azamar. Can I do that on myself? I start, like, patting myself down with one hand where the acid hit me, like, ow, ow, no. And as I do, my hands glow like a soft little ethereal white. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Healing Hands on myself as a magic action. I touch a creature and they regain 2d4 hit points. I would like 2d4 hit points. That's 2. And that's 4. 6 total.
Okay, yeah. So, something just innate, which, for you, everything you've done so far has kind of been related to this book. Something innate in yourself also feels to have awoken. As just this glowing light comes out from under while you're patting yourself down, and it seems to be healing.
Each of these spells so far almost feels like a deja vu in a sense. Like whenever I cast something or use something, it feels like oh yeah, of course I would use this, even though I've not really gotten to dive in and figure out what's going on. This one actually felt like an accidental, just me. It didn't feel like deja vu. It just felt like me. So for the first time, I'm feeling that distinction and going, there's a difference.
Heck yeah. Okay.
And then, that was my action. I don't think I have any other bonus actions, I don't think. No, okay, yeah, no.
Okay, any movement?
Well, evidently I'm not safe up on the rock like I thought I was. Can I safely clamber back down on the other side of this rock? Do I get any cover?
Yeah, you get almost total cover being behind the rock. But go ahead if you want to do that, and, acrobatics.
Acrobatics? Okay. Bless you. Okay. Acrobatics. Just 13.
13. Okay, yeah, you get down. It's not graceful. You kind of slide a little bit, but you made it down.
Book clutched in one hand, other hand going slipping sliding down, and I just pop down here.
Excellent.
And I'm not even peeking. I'm just hiding back here. That was disgusting.
Yeah, you've got about 10 foot of rock just in front of you. They know you left, but hey, you're covered for right now. Awesome. That is going to bring us back to the top of the order with Jimmy.
Oh, I'm totally done. This thing is freaking disgusting. And he's going to, just while grappled by this thing, take a swipe. I can't remember with grapple rules, just regular roll to hit, right? Okay.
You're basically just restrained, so your movement's at 0.
Gotcha. So that's a 21 hit.
Yeah, 21's going to hit.
And that is 9 damage. And second one, still grappled, left paw, coming down. That is going to be, that'll definitely hit. That's a 24. And that is 5 damage.
5.
Wait, that's a 7 actually, so that's 10 damage.
10 damage. Jeez Louise. You see all of y'all are kind of grossed out, and you can hear Jimmy grossed out, but again, total nerd, huge freaking lion, just mauling the crap out of these fish people and crabs. Is there anything else Jimmy wants to do on his...
That is it for Jimmy. No bonus actions in sight.
Okay. That's gonna bring us back to Sienna.
I decide that I am going to set my sights on number 6, the big crab, and I am going to let him know that you're lucky that I am not into seafood, but I am definitely going to make you seafood today, and I'm just going to shoot an Eldritch blast at him.
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Okay. Timid little voice of this halfling just whispering out, "I'm gonna make you seafood today," as she goes for this attack. Roll that attack roll for me.
Got a 15.
It was what now?
A 15 plus 6, so what's that? 21.
21. Yeah, 21's gonna hit. Let's go ahead and roll damage on that one.
And it's the one that looks like a diamond.
Good God, I forgot that Eldritch Blast is a D10.
Okay, well that's a roll of 8.
Let's go.
8.
Wait, plus 4. 12
So
damage.
12.
An 8 plus 4. Little crab pincers, how does this arcane energy look as it's erupting out of Sienna? What does it look like?
So I just kind of, with all my might, realize that I have this power inside me, and I shoot both my arms out, looking away, not knowing what's going to happen, just knowing energy's going to exceed out of me, and it hits both sides of the giant the giant crab, and his arms just fall straight off.
You see both arms just off of this as you see these just erupting arcane energy that smells slightly of roses and just little effervescence as it happens. And yeah, this crab, it sounds nice, but it mixes a little bit weird with crab meat. Hell yeah. Anything else you want to do? You got a bonus action still. Still have concentration on Hex, I believe, and movement. If you wanted to potentially move Hex to a different person or do something else with your bonus action, you can.
Oh, I forgot. That does that. You can move it to somebody else.
You absolutely can.
But these is gone.
Still barely up.
Oh, sorry. sorry.
One
Yeah,
hit
you can
point.
teleport if you
His
want.
arms are falling off.
Got you.
It's up to you.
Got you.
Are you still hurt?
A little bit. I mean, if I had to put a number on it, I'm at like a 15 out of 20. Okay.
Should have a bonus action movement. I'm going to use my Misty Step. I'm going to move over.
30 feet, so 5 each square.
Okay. In front of number 4, that's not going to be ideal.
But you can use your full movement if you wanted to try to get to Cassandra and then misstep. The only thing I would say about trying to get to Cassandra right now, you can't actually see that spot. So
Saying 30 feet.
So if I were you, I'd go Misty Step first. I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait. 25, 30. And then I would use your movement. Which movement is up here. So you got another 30. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll go 30 there. And then you have 30 more. So you got 5, 10, 15. Let's see, 20, and then you've got how much on your
Misty Step all the way diagonally up to the beach, and then
if
30
you walk
feet.
up to that edge, I think you could maybe at least see part of her, so you'd be able to get within 10 feet of Cassandra.
Okay.
So it'd be right about there.
And I'll use Refreshing Step off of my Misty Step and my movement. And then immediately after you teleport, you or one creature you can see within 10 feet of yourself gains 1d10 temporary hit points.
Temporary hit points. Go ahead and roll a d10 for Cassandra.
Okay, so diamond again.
Okay.
Well, wait.
No, that one.
Yeah, that one, yep.
A 9.
A 9.
And that's 10 hit points, so you can take all 9.
Yeah, just again from your Walkman, you just hear a little voice. I can make everything better. As you Misty Step over to Cassandra, and this just healing power emanates out and gives 9 temporary hit points to Cassandra. That is some freaking good action economy. Okay, so that's your turn. That is going to go ahead and bring us to the fish people's turn again. We are going to start with, again, the one that's in front of Jimmy. Is going to take a swing. He's got you grappled. Oof, that's a 24 to hit.
No, definitely misses. Yeah, it hits.
Yes, you're going to take 10 points of damage. Piercing damage, again, as that pincer that's around you just tightens again to crush you up towards you. That will be his turn. The other one is kind of looking around, trying to figure out where everyone's disappearing to, and turns around to see Madonna, and you'll see it goes. That's probably not going to hit though. It does an 8 hit.
No.
It does not. Okay, so yeah, you see he tries to spit out another one as he whirls around, and it just kind of goes wide. It doesn't really do anything. It's just this glob of mucousy ooze that just starts to in the sand next to you. That will be their turns, and that's going to bring us to Madonna. It's your turn.
Okay, so I don't like that my brother transformed into a lion is now being pinned by a fish creature. So the one that's holding him, I'm going to be strumming my guitar and I'm going to glare at him. I'm going to be like, your mom is probably the ugliest goldfish in the sea.
Oof. Another vicious mockery? Yeah. Okay. Does an 8 save?
No.
Okay, go ahead and roll that damage. And that's disadvantage on its next attack, or it's disadvantage on its next attack roll?
Yep. 5.
5 damage. Oh yeah, okay. This one's starting to look pretty rough. It's a little banged up at this point. Other one's still looking pretty good, and then of course you've got almost a pointless crab in front of you, just kind of hovering back and forth. No arms. Any bonus action that Madonna would like to take this turn?
Jimmy's hurt, right?
Jimmy is definitely a little hurt. Just seems a little bloodied. Nothing too severe, you think? He's definitely rattled by what's happening, though.
I'm sorry. My brain deleted the words that you were saying as you were saying them.
He seems a little hurt. Not mortally wounded by any stretch of the words.
How many hit points? Oh, we're not allowed to do that?
I would say like a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay. I'm gonna Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. So Bardic Inspiration, is that just regular Bard or Mantle of Inspiration?
That's just... I think it's just regular.
Regular. Okay, so you get a D6 to use at your leisure. As your sister looks over.
Is it a D6 or a D8? Because I think they changed it, didn't they?
They said it's only a D8 after a certain level.
Oh, never mind. Nor me.
You're good. All good. So you get that D6. Any movement from Madonna?
No, she's saying it.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to bring us to Cassandra at this point.
All right. I am no longer covered in acid, and I will 5, 10. When can I kind of see all 3 of the creatures?
I think where you're at, they might have like partial cover. I would say at least number 4 does, and probably the crab too, just because there's so many in the way. We'll call that partial cover, but 3 you can see dead on.
As I'm behind Sienna, I just give her a little pat and just say, "Thank you. Really needed that. Whatever it is you did." And then looking at the 3, my mind just starts to kind of tumble through. Okay, there's 3 creatures. I need something to take them all out or get them away, or what do I need? And then as I'm desperately trying to think through, the book flips through pages until it lands on one. And as I put my hand down on it to kind of stop the shuffling of pages, I just kind of get this feeling of what it needs to be, and I cast Magic Missile.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Heck yeah. You get to roll, I think there's 3 darts. Are you in level 1?
I'm using level 1, so it's 3 darts.
Okay.
You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart strikes a creature of your choice that you can see within range. A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target. The darts all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several. 1 for each.
1 for each. Go ahead and roll damage for that.
All right. As I kind of call it, it's almost like the couple stars in the sky sparkle a little bit and then just appear in front of my eyes in like little constellations moving until they split apart and then go to strike.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to have the one on the left, because I'm just doing left to right from my point of view, takes 2 plus 1, 3 force damage.
Okay.
The one in the middle on the lion takes 2 force damage total.
Okay.
And then the one on the right, because it's something +1, I think just dies.
Yeah,
if it's-
let's just, yeah. I
I was
mean,
gonna
it's
say,
just
this-
straight through the head of this crab as it heals over. It had a rough day. Awesome. Okay.
So that one, since it's missing its arms, I think that one just goes right between the eyes. And just...
Hell yeah. Okay, that one's gone.
Hell
You
yeah.
did a little bit of damage to both. You've used your action. You still have movement. Potentially a bonus action.
Let's see. I really don't think I have a lot of bonus actions other than Misty Step. So I think what I'm just going to do is go, all right, and back behind the rock. Go back.
Okay. Hiding behind the rock again. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that is going to bring us back to the top of the turn order. We are back with Jimmy, currently grappled by the fish person with a crab arm.
Oh my gosh! Get your meaty hand claws off of me! And he's going to attempt another really creative claw attack at this thing's face, and that is 15 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, 15 will hit.
Wonderful. All right, that's gonna be a. Ooh, max damage. That is 8 plus 3, 11 damage.
8 plus 11 damage. Dadgum. Okay. Hell yeah. Okay. And are we making a second attack?
Oh, he's still okay. Yeah, I'm going to once again left paw swing down on this thing's head. Jimmy is pissed at this
I
point.
love how he assumed that this guy is gone. That's so
I was
funny.
hoping so.
Jimmy's just in love with Soda's strength right now.
That's a 12.
Yeah, that'll miss.
Jimmy's sad.
You do have a bardic.
What?
You got a bardic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, D6 to that. I already forgot what it was. 12.
Yep.
Let's see. I completely forgot about that. That's a 15 to hit. Let's go!
Yeah, that will hit. So you take that first swing, you hit it. You're feeling a little just, I don't know about this second swing because, it's still super tight around your neck, pincing you. You get a brief glance over at your sister, and for the first time you see, no. Is that approval in her eyes? As you get this
Oh my
little
God.
tiny ego boost, and he just, with the second hit. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Oh, that is 8 damage.
8 damage.
Down with the man.
Hell yeah, okay. That is both attacks, any bonus action or movement.
No bonus action removed.
Okie dokie. That is going to bring us to Sienna. It's now your turn.
I use my movement. You said they're 5 feet.
What was that?
So they're 5 feet?
Yes.
Yep, 5 feet a square.
Okay, so move 15 feet.
Yeah, go
Up
for it.
to
You can
number
move. You can move through those rocks. Your halfling nimbleness. There's plenty of room for you to just slide through. And yeah, you're within 10 feet of it now. You could make a ranged attack, or if you get within 5 feet, you can hit with a weapon.
I'm gonna cast my Chill of Touch.
Chill touch. Okay, so you'll move it just another 5 feet right up to the figure there. Excellent. And chill touch was an
D20
attack roll, I believe.
I hope you're ready to be packaged like you should be. It's a number 9.
Plus 6.
Plus 6.
A 9 plus 6 will hit.
15.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
I'm a diamond. D10.
That's the correct one.
So the one with the single digits. That's a D100. Yep. That's it.
That's 6.
6. All right.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Okay, this one's starting to look a little rough. As you reach out and just part of this fish face, as you brace yourself to touch it, just starts freezing. Just the instinct took over for you to touch this thing. Excellent. We've used a little bit of movement. We used an action. Any bonus actions?
No.
Okay. That is going to be the fishy's turn. First one is going to make an attack again at Jimmy. He is looking very rough right now.
Screw you, man.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
That's a hit. Let me go. Ow.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
No.
Okay. And then the other one is going to take you see it also has on its arm a crab arm. It's going to also try to attack Sienna with that crab arm after getting frozen. It rolled a natural 2, so that is not going to hit, as it just goes wide after kind of being frozen in its face. And that will be their turn. That's going to bring us to Madonna.
All right. You know,
How effed up is this guy? He looks pretty fallen.
Yeah, like the one that's in front of your brother. Yeah, this fish crab dude is looking really rough.
I don't think I'm going to do that yet. So I'm just going to cast another fireball.
Okay, another firebolt. That's an attack roll.
Yes, I got a nat 20.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll double damage die. So I think is it a D10 normally?
Yeah, usually the D10s.
So go ahead and roll 2 D10s. And what's your modifier on that? Is there a modifier to it, or is it just the D10 of damage?
Say out for the riser.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Since on a hit, target takes 1d10 fire damage.
Okay, yeah. So just those two.
So 10 and a 6. So 6.
6. Okay, yeah, yeah. You see, you kind of got the aim down after the first kind of hold out for fireball. You're like, nah, I got this. Second one goes out, flames erupt all over this fish man. He's like, ah! Lets go of your brother and just starts running towards the sea and then collapse dead in the sand. Hell yeah. Any bonus action?
That smells
Madonna would like to
delicious.
make?
I don't know why, but I'm really craving that now.
I think I'm going to heal Jimmy with a healing word.
Okay. Healing word. What is the healing on that? Is that 2d4?
I believe so. I was just looking at it too because I didn't want to lose it. But then 2d4.
No worries. Let's go ahead and roll that for Jimmy.
It is.
So Sienna chill touched one of them, put it on ice, and then Madonna went and sent the other one to hell.
Yes. So we've got all the elements are happening
Elements
right
in
now.
play.
That just leaves one, and we are to Cassandra's turn.
Okay. All right. How hurt does it look?
I mean,
Still doing pretty
it's
strong?
kind of bloodied, but it's still standing.
Okay. I'm gonna do my little peeky peek until I see it. Let me spit acid all over me. And so I am going to again cast the same thing, but now I'm pissed because it ruined one of my last sweaters, one of my last designer sweaters that I have, one of the few I packed, and it is now full of holes. Cashmere is ruined, and I cast Magic Missile at 2nd level.
Oh! What's minimum damage on 2nd level?
2nd level for Magic Missile.
Would be 4 points, I think.
Yeah, 4 points. Yeah.
Plus 4, so it'd be 8.
So
Go ahead and
eight's
give me the
minimum.
rolls.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not going to let you know what
4.
you need. 4?
4,
Okay. Next one.
2,
Okay.
1,
Okay.
3. All of them. all of the rolls that could be had on that die were at.
You still having that book open. Shoot these off at this fish person, and you see like bullets rippling through it. Just as it stands there for a second and looks at you, and collapses back, dead. As the last attacker that you have dealt with is gone, and y'all are now out of combat. Still kind of weird aurora lights, just kind of rippling. You know, kind of that look, the visual of when something's like really hot, like on a summer's day, and you kind of got that weird ripple distortion in the air. That's what seems to be going on all around y'all right now. You just can't quite figure out what it is. But yeah, y'all are on the beach at this point, and for the first time in a few minutes, y'all don't hear anything.
Does anybody feel like they're getting heat stroke after all that? What was that even?
I'm a lion. Is nobody gonna address the fact that I'm a lion? And then with that, he's going to immediately shapeshift back into a human and just kind of collapse onto the ground.
Damn, I kind of like the
covered in
lion.
sand.
So that happened, right?
I have yet to come up with a logical explanation for why. No, it hasn't. But I haven't. I haven't been successful in doing so. I have no idea what just happened.
Junebug.
I don't see how that's gonna help us any. I don't.
Well,
What
it may
is it
not be
you're
helping
saying?
you, Jimmy, but you know what would help you is probably a cat tower. That's probably what would help you. Nobody cares how you feel right now, Jimmy.
Something's wrong with
I
that
guess
one.
that's fair.
Madonna's just pacing. She's question marks with her guitar strings. She's pacing back and forth. She's just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
What
you
the hell?
actually see these arcane question marks popping up around her as she's strumming these random chords. You kind of look around. I mean, if anyone would like to kind of look at what you're seeing.
I would like to try and investigate the remains and see
Yeah.
if there's anything that's like anything to tell me what the fuck are these things? Were they actual pieces of like animals stuck together, or like do they have like a complete skeleton as if they were one thing, or is there like whatever weirdness was going on? Did those extra parts mush off? You know, like what? Like how? Am I going to ascertain how these things were put together?
Yes. So,
Does that make sense? Yeah.
give me an investigation or arcana of your choice.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know right now.
Okay.
This is. I'm gonna say you need a 20 or higher in
Gotcha.
order to ascertain anything from what's going on. If you
Okay.
want to roll with the big die.
Yes, I would like to roll with the big die. Oh my
Okay,
god, yes.
big die moment.
Big die. Okay, where do we need to roll
You
it on?
can
The
roll
carpet?
it anywhere. I would suggest the carpet.
Carpet.
For those that are listening, we've got a massive die for important moments like this. And
Okay.
Cassandra is about to roll. You said Arcana?
Arcana, because I've got a
Okay.
+9.
Yes.
So I need.
Oh,
did you
let's
say
go.
a 21?
We need it. We need to be a 20. So you need
20.
at least a
11. I need an 11 or higher.
And seeing Cass kind of studying what's going on,
Okay.
Jimmy immediately starts. He stands up and he immediately starts trying to study as well. He pulls his notebook out, and he's also going to make a check if possible.
Yeah, give me.
Okay.
I'll say for Jimmy,
I
you
grabbed
could
those
do
hammers.
our Arcana investigation, or I'll let you do a nature check.
Okay.
13.
Let's go.
13.
The 13.
Hell yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and we'll have Jimmy see if Jimmy can roll the big dice too.
Yes! Big
Jimmy
die
Let's
roll.
go,
wants to be
Jimmy.
involved.
Same check for Jimmy.
Oh.
19.
So that's a 19 plus 7.
Okay.
26 nature. Something's not right with the leaves and the environment.
And the bone
The
structure.
aura's
The
totally
bone structure
off.
just is
So-
not it.
Jimmy.
Yeah, there's gonna be different bits that both of you get out of this.
Okay.
For Jimmy, from a nature check, there is nothing natural about what you're seeing. Looking at it and now kind of knowing what it feels like to be a different anatomy, the bone structure, this is horribly mutated. You have no idea how in the natural world something like this could happen.
There's no way this is a naturally occurring fish, guys.
Was it a 22 or 21?
13 plus 9, so
22. With a 22 Arcana check, you look at it and you look down at your book. That was a hard check, and you're gonna get a little bit of something out of this. The book itself, on one of the blank pages, is gonna flip, and one word's gonna appear. Paradox. Paradox. Whatever is happening, you know is magical. But whatever your book is telling you, it's beyond just the natural order of even magic. As y'all are looking at this, y'all kind of get a weird sense. Everyone roll a perception check for me.
It's funny, I was just about to ask you. That.
Oh.
Do you want to investigate as well?
No, I wanted to do a perception check on what they were seeing. Like, kind of like Santa runs up and wonders what they're doing and what they're looking at exactly. I
That's
got
only a
14.
10. That's only a 10 for Jimmy. He's like laser locked on these fish.
Yeah, he's fascinating.
He's
Right.
studying the anatomy, drawing
13.
pictures.
Oh,
12.
15.
15. Okay. You're kind of trying to figure out what's going on. You don't know any of this stuff. You are the only one that notices a figure coming up from behind. As he comes up, you see he is dressed head to toe in a hazmat suit. And in his hand, he's holding some sort of like walkie-talkie looking device that's going. As he gets closer to you, he freezes and looks around at all of you.
Does anybody know Mr. 2313 over here that just walked up on us? Because you guys, I don't think it's a coincidence that we're investigating.
Whoa, is that a Geiger counter?
You see this figure kind of like
Positive guitar sounds.
just kind of like holds his hands up, kind of like I don't mean anything. I'm not. It's just equipment. He's gonna set his equipment on the sand and pull the helmet off of his hazmat suit. You see a very old looking elf man. Severe balding, kind of a wisp of hair around the back. Very thin frame, gaunt eyes with thick inset wrinkles. See, he looks at all of you, his lips quivering a little bit. And you can see his hands got like a slight tremor to it too as he kind of brings them together. Hello? I did not expect people. This changes a lot. As he's looking at you and saying that, here in the distance. As finally, all of the energy warbling around in Vanth explodes out, and this massive facility has got a gaping hole inside of it now. You see part of the city just go completely black as this happens, and the sirens are coming up the road. As he hears the sirens, he begins to tremble. We don't have much time. What do I say? What do I say? And as he's kind of rubbing his head trying to think, you see a massive scar along the side of his head that wraps all the way to the back. Oh, yes. First thing you need to know. Do not tell anyone. Do not trust anyone. I wish I could explain it now. We are pressed for time. I would not trust you if I were me. You see he reaches into a bag around his side, a satchel that he has, and pulls out a VHS. And he lays that on the ground too. He picks up his device, and he says, I will be at the roller rink. Get out as quick as you can. Get away as quick as you can. Do not tell anyone. And if you question what I say, watch the tape. He was going to attempt to leave.
Can I wish I hadn't used that second level spell slot, damn it, because I have detect thoughts and I want to read his mind, but I can't. I'm all out, I'm fresh out. But can I, I know we're being pressured by all this, like, time crunch if we got to get out and everything. Can I just insight check to see, does he think he's telling the truth on the up and up, or is he trying to, like, does he seem shifty in a way where he's trying to mess with us, or can I just tell?
Yeah. Give me an insight
general
check.
vibe check. Is this guy? Yeah.
We'll call it a DC 17, and
DC
anyone that
17.
wants to jump in on that too can go ahead.
Natural 20.
Is it a nat
Let's
20?
go.
It's a nat 20.
Yeah, y'all don't need anyone else. Screw this. Sandra's got it. He
I
does.
think she's got the gumption.
That came out of nowhere. You see, it's not that he looks malicious.
Mhm.
He seems frazzled and just not all the way there. And all you can notice are the terrible tremors in his hands and his lip, and the massive scar across his head as he picks up his hazmat suit helmet and is shaking to try to stick it back on his head and runs away from the spot until he's out of sight. Not necessarily very shifty, but definitely something odd about him. As he runs away, you start to hear boom, boom, boom of other explosions starting to happen within Banff. You are technically still on Banff property.
We should go.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
We
great,
should-
guys.
Wait a minute, taking more bright
Yeah, we
lights.
should
We
go.
need to leave.
Okay,
Oh
this
gosh, we need to bounce.
is what I'm going to have you do as a group. We are running, it's about 300 feet to get back to the highway. We're all going to do 3 dexterity saving throws as we're running back towards the highway. Everyone give me the first one.
13 plus
13.
Saving throw, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
11.
So
21 for Jimmy.
17 for Madonna.
Okay. As y'all start to run, you hear the explosions before you see them, and you feel the sonic booms as it hits y'all. Everfield kids, y'all were able to just kind of shake it off. You see Cassandra and Sienna both go flying as they both take 7 points of damage.
How long do the temporary hit points last? Would they still be
They're
active?
still in effect.
Okay,
You're
okay.
still good with those. I'm going to need everyone to go ahead and roll one more dex save for me.
Oh no.
So 9. That's plus that.
14.
5!
Wait, plus that.
It's 5.
Girl save!
That is that's
I think
11 for Jimmy.
18.
11 for Jimmy.
I'm gonna say it at the same
18. Okay. Madonna is
Wait, Madonna! Oh!
in her high tops, laced tight, running, guitar. This time you see your brother as a second sonic boom wave goes out, and all 3 of them take 6 points of damage.
I
and
don't
are
really know
thrown.
these other kids, but that's my brother, so I'm gonna. Can I, like, walk, like,
Wait,
run
is it
back?
7?
You said 6.
6 on that one. Yeah, if
Run
you want
back,
to,
lift him by the
try
scruff.
to try to maybe give him the help action on the next one. Here's how I'm going to play that though. If you want to help him, you impose disadvantage on yourself for the last save.
But
Okay,
Oh,
you
that's
have
my baby
advantage
brother.
on the next
Aw.
save. You have disadvantage. Everyone, give me one more saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. That is a 20,
Oh,
soft
wait.
20. For,
Bless.
jeez, 15. My first one was higher.
15. Okay,
21.
21. Let's go.
21.
10.
Oh god.
no.
For Cassandra,
Sandra just
he's having
dies
a
here.
tough time.
We can't leave Cassandra.
She's struggling behind, gets up a third sonic boom, as she
You're
takes.
not real athletic, are you?
Does 11 points of damage get you to 0?
Yes.
It does.
I
Okay.
have 11 points
So
of damage.
you just see her go unconscious in the sands. All of y'all are thrown to the very edge of the highway. As this happens, you see her own uncle, Uncle Bernard, come to the corner, burst out, going, "What the hell happened here?" And then you hear boom, another boom go off, another section of the city goes black. He says, "I don't care, get in the back, I got Cassandra." He runs over, dives, grabs Cassandra, throws her in the back of the cop car, and y'all are all driven off to the local hospital. All of you took damage, yeah?
I don't think I did.
You don't think? Okay.
No, I don't think I did.
You're there for Jimmy. So you hate being hassled to begin with.
Of course.
You don't like big corporations. You are now in a major hospital in the city, being harassed by sheriffs and nurses, and worst of all, you know there's a phone call being made to your parents, and they're on their way here. The rest of you are all currently in beds. They're trying to check you out, kind of fighting them. They all want y'all for overnight observation. You see a nurse is trying to tend to you, and it's just rapping to me. So brave, so.
Wait, I think you need to wrap that the other way. You're not doing it by the Smith's method. You're doing it by the Dale Brooks method.
He's just like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Me too.
Yeah, y'all are all starting to get doctored up here. As you see just outside, you see Uncle Bernard just pacing back and forth as he is trying his best to get all of his deputies to get statements from people at Vant. The phone is getting rung off as this hospital is getting filled up with workers and people from Vant, and most of them didn't. Your dad was on a sales call. You knew he was back home, but he does like work. I am going to pull out the big dice, and I am going to roll a left die
What about Dad?
to see where your dad would have been at this particular moment.
Oh my god.
The big guy
Okay.
has
Let's don't go over.
broken.
Our
That
dad
is an 18.
Shit. Our dad was cringe, but don't kill him, please.
Your dad is fine. He picked up the phone. You hear in the other room the nurse. "Hello, is this Mr. Everfield?" "Ricky Everfield, how the heck are you?" On the other end of the line. You can
Checked
hear
out,
him.
he's totally fine.
You can hear him, and in the back you just hear, "Oh my god, my babies!" As they handle that phone call, I'm gonna make a roll real quick. You see that your Uncle Bernard starts to walk in the room like he's finally mustered up courage to like confront this situation, and have a conversation. Before he can do that, you see two individuals pop up, unlike anyone you've ever seen. The first is a small little gnome in a aggressive power suit, massive shoulder pads, a little like gizmos and stuff like all attached to his belt, black shades, black suit, walking in. Beside this gnome, you see a massive minotaur, huge horns, hulking figure, barely fitting in his government-issued suit, also black shades. Both of them walk in, and you hear the small voice. And before Uncle Bernard can stand in, he makes a look at you and just turns around to talk to these figures. let's do a group perception check. I want to see if anyone here can actually hear what's happening outside this.
Yes.
We'll say DC 15.
Nah, 7.
7. Okay.
Jimmy got an 11.
18.
I got 10.
10. Okay. Y'all are in beds. Y'all getting all kinds of stuff just wrapped on you. Madonna is kind of snuck out by the door. And she's listening, and she hears this little gnome with like platinum blonde hair slicked into like this kind of weird military style. As he walks up, pulls out a badge to show Bernard and says, yes, my name is Agent Kipler. That's Kipler with a K. And this is my counterpart, Agent Port. It is spelt how it sounds. Okay? We represent a very special branch of the Secret Service. And long story short, we are here to take over this investigation. You kind of hear Uncle Bernard stammering, like, investigation, we don't even know anything. Why would the Secret Service be involved? You hear Agent Kipper snap, and Torque picks him up to be eye level with Uncle Bernard, and he just says, Sir, I'm gonna need you to just take it down a notch, okay? Like I said, my name is Agent Kipler, and we are with the Secret Service, as in the President. We are here under the President's order, and that is all you need to know, because it is above your pay grade. Okay.
The small one seems to have some kind of
you can't hear
Napoleon
him right now.
complex. Oh,
the only person that can hear it is Madonna. You see he is put down, and he kind of straightens the suit and says, Agent Pork will be giving you one of the cards. And you see this poor Minotaur like trying to fumble with a business card with these hoof paws to hand to your uncle. And you just hear him go, here you go. And so your dad takes it, and sure enough, you take a glance. Yeah, the Department of Defense phone number on the front, and then the White House phone number underneath. These guys are the real deal. They look at your Uncle Bernard, and say, we are going to need to speak to the children that were involved in this incident. At this, Uncle Bernard kind of bristles a little bit, and he's going to say, the Guardians are not here. They are kids. That is my niece. You are not talking to them until they're out of this hospital. I am going to roll just straight persuasion for Uncle Bernard to see if, and that was a natural. You see Agent Kipler snaps his finger again, and you just see this giant Minotaur figure just pick your uncle up, move him to the side, and say, we're dealing with national security here. I think you understand that you have no jurisdiction here on Cornwall. If you want to be in and listen, that's fine. But I do maybe have some questions why the local sheriff allowed his niece to be on private property where this accident occurred. He's going to go ahead and walk into the room. You'll see he walks right in, and Agent Torque kind of bends down and kind of leans through the doorway, comes back up, and you can see he's already trying to prep more business cards to hand out if he needs, and these little hoof hands. He's going to look at all of them and say, my name is Agent Kipler. That is Kipler with a K. And this is my compatriot, Agent Fort. It's spelled all fast, okay? We are taking over this investigation. We do need to know a little bit of information as to what happened this night. Could any of you tell me, was there anything strange or unusual that occurred at the night prison?
I plead the fifth. I know my rights.
Tell me what you mean by strange and unusual.
Human being.
I don't like to talk about it. It's a skin disease.
Okay, maybe not talking to you. You were a little soft-spoken, but you seem just about the right size. I like that. What were you saying again, sweetheart? What's your name?
Define strange and unusual. Because one minute I'm rocking back and forth thinking I'm tripping. The next minute there's a light shining in my face, and then I'm looking over and everything's just going.
So Madonna's
to
gonna be in the
chaos.
doorway.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
she's gonna like fade through the door.
You see, Agent Kipler kind of looks back at Agent Fork and is like, "Are you getting all this?" And he's like fumbling with a pen to just like try to write notes.
Can I make an insight
Just
check
scribbles.
on Kipler?
Yeah, go
And
for it.
I just want to know, what does he want out of this? Can I figure out what he's looking for in terms of like, what persona do I put on? And do I need to cry? Do I need to be very professional? Do I like
Yeah.
trying to figure out the kind of vibe of what would this personality respond?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a I think insight in this case.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
Let's go.
20.
Oh my goodness.
He is. I'm gonna roll deception for him.
Okay.
He might have beat it actually.
Oh no.
I rolled an 18 on the die. He meets, but aggressor wins. So in this
Oh.
instance, you technically win the roll.
Okay.
With a met, I'm gonna say this guy is not your friend.
Mhm.
Maybe isn't your enemy.
Mhm.
But he's definitely not for y'all.
Right.
As you are trying to kind of get a feel for it, you all kind of remember what the old man said in the hazmat suit before he ran away. He said, "Don't tell anyone anything." He handed you VHS and said that he would try to explain everything. So it is up to y'all whether you choose to tell these agents anything.
Who did he hand the VHS to?
Put it on the ground.
Whoever picked that up. We want to say Madonna would probably be the one to pick it up just because she had the easiest time actually navigating everything.
But yeah, she has it, and she's gonna go find a VHS player.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a hospital in the 80s. We don't have a ton of TVs in here, but you can try to look around. But yeah, Agent Kipler is kind of... I'm sorry, what was that? What was... Anything strange? Any of y'all...
I mean, the Vance facility blew up.
The Vance facility blew up.
I mean, there was just a bunch of tremors, and we were just trying to go to a party.
Whoa. And he's gonna kind of silent motion, finger to the mouth, pointing over at Madonna. Seeing Madonna still in the doorway, waving him down.
Give me a stealth check. As you are pointing out
Well, I was more talking
Madonna
about the actual
in front of federal agents.
not the party, but I think Jimmy got the wrong idea.
So that is actually a 15.
Just what you needed to pass.
Yes,
So
go!
you weren't very graceful with it, but Kipler is currently locked eyes with Sienna and Cassandra trying to get some information. I'm sorry. So, just to clarify, according to you, you said the Vance facility blew up?
I mean, I assume that's what happened. Everything was shaking and tremoring, and I got thrown to the ground 3 times as we were trying to run to some sort of shelter.
Okay. And is that what
All we
everyone
heard
else...
is that people from the Vance facility are in here in the hospital. Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, shouldn't you be investigating them over some kids who weren't even working in the facility?
Well,
Yes, if I remember
we are
correctly.
going to be taking everyone's information down, and including the injured. I just find it rather interesting that you said there was an explosion.
Well, or
we
an
did
earthquake.
hear of a collapse of one of the corridors in Vance.
I find it interesting that you're still asking when we very clearly said, we plead the fifth.
Right. Something's not right with you. I didn't say you're in any kind of criminal investigation here. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. I do think it's interesting, though, because according to other reports, there wasn't an explosion. There was just a collapse of that facility. So please, what exactly was it that y'all saw that everyone else did not.
Oh, well, I didn't see anything. We felt the tremors, or at least I thought it was an earthquake maybe, but when they said there was a lot of people coming in with damage, I thought that or explosion.
I remember a bright light, and that's it.
Bright lights. Okay, the children were seeing lights.
I didn't see any lights.
And interesting. Okay.
Then again, I did get knocked into the ground 3 times and I was unconscious, so I don't remember much.
Go ahead. They're going to ask if there's anything else that you received as Agent Torque kind of looked over. Did you gather anything? Is there anything found on your person or in the surrounding area when we picked you up? Any
Why is this a
individuals?
Homeland Security issue? Can I roll an investigation?
This is Secret Service, actually.
Okay. So it's not Homeland Security.
You can. I would say you can try to roll an insight on them to try to ascertain as to what's going on, why they're involved. Yeah. So go ahead and roll insight for me. Again, I'm going to have them roll deception, and we're going to go see who got higher.
Oh, thank you.
That's a 20.
20.
With a, was that a dirty 20?
Dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty 20. With a dirty 20. Something's going on with Vanth that goes beyond just it being a corporation. There's no reason why any investigative body should be here that quickly. At this point, Agent Torque going to look and ask one more time. Was there anything that you found? Anyone that you met? Anything that you saw beyond just the explosion that was out of the ordinary?
I fell down 3 times and was unconscious.
Anyone else responding?
Madonna's like sneaking out the door. She's
I don't think that I've told you this already, but I plead the fifth.
Is there any way we can get the nurses back in here? I know I'm not the only one feeling faint from all of that.
Yeah, we very clearly have all been injured, and I think that it's very, not polite that you're still here.
Everyone roll me a deception check.
Oh,
This is a group check, so it is going to be the average.
18.
18.
Thank God.
19 minus 1. That's an 18.
18.
Thank God.
Oh, we're doing me as well?
Oh yeah, everyone's involved.
What check was it?
Deception.
National security.
13.
Okay, 13.
5.
5.
I hurled a 2, baby.
Averaged out.
Oh.
Okay. See, Kipler looks at all of you and says, of course, we will be in touch. And you see Uncle Gart's, that's enough. Let's let the kids rest. I can show you to the other individuals. He looks up at your uncle and says, above your high grade. Just direct me in the right direction. That'd be real helpful. Thank you.
Isn't that kind of exactly what he just said he'd do?
Yeah, but I don't like your tone. So,
I don't like those either.
well, I am a federal agent.
I am a child! And I just start crying. Oh, man.
Gosh,
Roll
you see
another
what,
deception check
you
for
see
me.
what you've caused? I've already told you you've done enough damage.
Sorry, I think
That
it's
is
better
dirty
to
20.
go.
Let's go.
That's a natural 20. As he
Okay.
incites you, obviously with the commotion, he feels very gridlocked on how he's going to respond. So he's just
He
going to
can-
say, I know that y'all are up to something, okay? I will be in touch, but go ahead and cry. Let your little tears out and flow like the rivers that they are, and we will come back another day that's not quite as rainy. And they both leave.
Ooh, asshole. That will put him like a football.
They say small people are angry, but I've never been a small person that was angry.
And I like whisk the tears away, and I'm just immediately like, just totally fine again. And I just go, they're talking small on the inside.
Make one more insight, or insight or perception for me,
Okay.
Cassandra.
Okay, let's see. Insight or perception. Both the same, an 11.
He wasn't really hidden. You see, when you start crying on command, your uncle starts snickering under his breath a little bit and walks out of the room. As he's walking out and the agents are walking out, Sienna down the hall, you hear, "The world is a dangerous place." What? You see, you didn't even hear her come into the room. You just see this hunched figure, like, grasping and climbing up the edge of the bed. Sienna,
Jimmy, quit hiding under your bed. Please, hide under your bed. I'm not
No,
good.
you can never leave again. You're being homeschooled. We'll find a nice crow to teach you.
Plus, it wasn't my fault. It was a prank.
Wait, you want to go under? I don't know how I feel about
Sorry,
this.
girl, it doesn't matter if it's your fault. The world is too dangerous for anything ever to happen to anyone, anywhere, ever, at any time.
But Aunt Celeste, what about corporate greed? Let's think about that. If it wasn't for Bantha, what is
Well, we can dream of riches another time, dear, but I hardly think it's a time to talk about business plans.
You'll see she looks to the nurses and she's like,
I have a wonderful key to give her. It's an extraordinary clue. It's got crow's feet in it. And I'm not talking metaphorically, dear. It does wonders.
and the nurse goes, "Okay,
Why don't we go to a waiting area? How does that sound?
Yes, that sounds perfect. Take her to a waiting area. I'm sure they have a bunch of scans they still need to do on
I
Celeste.
will be waiting in the waiting area, waiting. And I don't know,
as this entire time she's talking to Jimmy, her cataracts are so bad. I don't know if I could ever deal with losing you ever again."
Wow, how do you even see?
Holy shit, your voice got deep.
It happens over the year.
Aunt Celeste, this is my
years.
friend Jimmy. I'm here.
Friends are dangerous.
Oh my god, she touched me.
But Jimmy's a great friend.
Oh my god, she
was
touched me
there.
again.
He was there when the light came on.
You see Sienna, that Aunt Celeste finally leaves the room, but not even a second later after her leaving, you hear, "Oh my god.
Oh god,
my
please look away from this.
My babies. My babies.
Look away now.
2 arms, 2 legs.
Where's Madonna? Did she make it down the hall?
I think at this point you probably would have ran into them. There's
so,
no
so they're like
TVs
escorting
really.
me back to the room.
Absolutely. Like, arm in arm, just caressing you in, like, this weird group cat hug as they rock in. Oh, my baby. My little baby's got both of
Oh, they got you
still.
first.
And that very offensive mouth, but you know I love it. Yeah, it's all right.
Let me go.
Yeah, you see your dad, she's like, "Oh, of course, we are a little bit of space. Never hurts anyone. Just not too much, okay?"
Whips her arms away and starts dusting off her shoulders.
And he kind of just laughs and is like, "Well, now I've been to some crazy shindigs in my time. Your mom's known for throwing a cool party or two, but never have I ended up in a hospital." He walks into the room, looks at you and says, "Nice, son. That is how you party."
I was just trying to impress Dad. I'm happy that you liked the performance.
That is my boy. Everyone, this is Jimmy. This is my son.
Jimmy waves.
Oh, man. Just the coolest kid I've ever met. Let me tell you. Is anyone actually in this facility heard of Vamp? I mean, I know that most of the people here work at Vamp, but just out of curiosity, what do we got this hospital running on? Is it Vamp Tech?
Dad, not a good time.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's hurt, Dad.
You see he starts fumbling his own business cards. It's just business cards have, like, fallen all over the floor of this hospital at this point. Federal agent and Vant business cards alike.
Can I reach down and pick one of each up? Just to
Yeah, and as you do that, you just see Ricky go, "Let me know if you need anything." Professionally, of course.
Of course. Yeah. No, yeah.
Dad, you're embarrassing me.
Dad,
Ricky Everfield. How the heck are you?
Hard.
So nice to meet you. Are you one of my kids' little friends?
Oh, we've met, and your son is indeed a party animal.
Oh, well, if you could have seen this boy's mother in the 60s, let me tell you, she did things that I can't even say in this hospital.
Dad, oh my God, Dad, shut up. God.
Turn to Sienna. I think I turned to Sienna as the only other member who's not like part of the family.
Oh, sorry, I think I overstepped a little bit. You see, Marisol ever feels like, oh, stop it, Ricky, you're embarrassing the kids. He's embarrassing the kids. Anyways, sweethearts, God, you're gonna stay overnight. You're gonna live. It's gonna be alright. If we need to work out some feelings, don't worry. You don't have to go to school tomorrow. We got art supplies at the house. I'm ready to work with either of you. And that goes for you too as well. And can I just say, she grabs both y'all's hands. How proud I am of my kids to really embrace the friendship and include the two of you into our home. You're welcome anytime. All of the macaroni and tab soda that you can eat or drink at your command. Just let me tell you, I make a mean casserole, okay?
Cassandra, I really like macaroni.
I've never had it.
You've never had macaroni.
It's all tab, sugar-free and caffeine-free. Don't get too excited.
Oh my goodness, there's nothing like macaroni. It's a food and it's an art supply. Wait until you see some of my pictures. They're amazing. Finally, they're ushered out. I mean, we're past visiting hours. They're trying to and it's finally just y'all again in this room.
I have a stash of good sodas if y'all want some. I got Dr. Pixie under my bed.
We can talk about sodas right now after everything we just experienced at the pier and freaking Stacy, man. I can't believe I fell for it, but at the same time, I was just trying to be nice.
Dude, forgive my bad language. Did you see that crap? I was a lion. I was a lion, dude.
It's the best I've ever seen you, Jimmy.
Like, not metaphorically, like, actually a lion.
I think I referred you that way.
Cassandra, please tell me you're losing your marbles just as much as I am.
Honey, I felt unconscious. Okay, I'm not sure this is real.
While y'all are here, I'm going to say y'all get the benefits of a short rest.
Okay.
You can roll a hit die if you need to get those points back up. You're in a hospital. Y'all do need to kind of decide where y'all would like to go from here. Currently, you have in your possession a VHS video from a very strange man that says he's at the roller rink. You know that you've got a lot of parents and eyes on you right now. Federal agents, everyone's kind of questioning. Also, there was that strange thing of y'all being the only witnesses that says there were any explosion. They just described it as a collapse of part of the building.
Okay, so we need to all get our story straight on what exactly happened tonight, because the government is investigating.
Clearly, I need to be told what to say because Madonna was really trying to get me to be quiet, and I don't know what to say and what not to say, and all I know is that there was a light, and then there was a paperweight in my hand,
Yes.
and then some girl named Junebug, and I'm losing
Okay, so
my mind.
Junebug isn't a sled; it's a person.
I don't know who Junebug is.
Okay.
I already told you June bugs are an insect. Oh my gosh, how many times do we need to go over this?
And you're a man, Jimmy.
Oh my god, this is the first time anybody's considered me a man. I'm a man!
Yeah, you see like one or two nurses just kind of pop up when you say that and just kind of look around and go back to work.
Okay, we have to
I'm a
keep our
man.
voices down.
It says it quieter the second time.
Should we investigate the people that were hurt? Maybe their charts are out in the hallway and we can just go and see who was a part of the explosion. Maybe they saw what we saw. Because I really don't believe that short, stubby madman that we were just talking to.
Yeah,
He's
that's
mean.
mean. Dick.
Is that what everyone would like to do?
Madonna would just like to get out of here.
Wait.
Does, I'm gonna say if anyone's gonna have a VHS player in their house, it's probably gonna be the Everfields.
Bet.
If y'all want to try to all get away and go there, perhaps you could watch the video. And along the way, if y'all want to try to figure out what's going on with the rest of the patients, that might also be an option. It's up to y'all.
How late is it now?
I mean, y'all went to this thing at 7 and walked around, and by the time, your uncle showed up and y'all finally met at the hospital, it's probably 10 o'clock, going on 11.
Guys, I have an idea. If I was able to shift into a lion, gosh, I really wonder what else there could be. Maybe something could help us here. What do y'all think? Come up with another animal that maybe could help us, make it over there without being seen.
Madonna's gonna reach over and put her hand on your shoulder for the first time in probably years because you're really sweaty and gross.
Oh my God, you're touching me for the first time ever, I think.
Jimmy, I don't want you to get stuck, but a snake would be really cool, man.
A snake? That sounds like a really badass idea. Oh my God, I cussed for the first time.
She's just gonna casually wipe her hand off on her shorts.
I caught that, but it's okay. And Jimmy is gonna kind of cross his legs and put his fingers up like he's meditating like a monk. He's gonna go, hum, 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 hum. And he's gonna focus, and before he knows it, kind of same shape-shifting again, and quickly shifts, and then settles into just a tiny little spider just on the foot of the bed.
Okay.
Guys, I don't think it worked.
You're still so fucking cool, man. Madonna's like freaking out. She puts her hand
I'm
out.
so proud of myself. And he puts out one of his 8 legs.
I don't think
Touches
I'll
her
be
finger.
my arm.
Popcorn
Oh,
again.
my bad,
Those
Jimmy. You're
pops
still
and
whippy.
Okay, so now Jimmy is a spider.
Okay.
What would you like to try to attempt to do first?
So, unless anybody else has a better plan, Jimmy is going to stealthily make his way down the leg of the bed, and then quickly underneath the door, up around the walls, and read all of the medical reports that are usually on the outside of the doorway.
Okay.
Using his quick reading to quickly
Before he
scan over
goes-
each one, make some cliff notes in his mini spider journal.
Oh shit. Never mind. I was going to try and do find familiar, but with it being a ritual, it's 1 hour plus 10 minutes to cast.
Yes.
So
Wait, I thought it was 10 minutes and then a last one.
It should be a 10-minute ritual cast, but it could depend on
casting
how...
time, 1 hour plus 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Because I think if you use the spell for it, it's instant.
Yes.
Well, you said you
And
got a
then-
short rest, so have we been sitting here for like an hour?
Y'all could. We'd say it's 11 o'clock at that point. If y'all want to wait and try to get that.
We could. The only thing was I was going to make my lizard, and then I was going to journey with him and try to see through those eyes and be able to report back and everything.
Up to
But
y'all.
we don't have to, since we have someone doing reconnaissance. We could talk and discuss what we're going to do next. I can wait and do this as a thing tonight.
Yeah. I mean, you already used your second level spell.
It's a first level. It's a first level spell, but I don't have it prepared. I don't have it prepared because it's ritual. So I was like, oh, let me just benefit from that and let me get this ritual.
You see, as you sneak out, Jimmy, that you look for charts. Roll an investigation for me.
That one is...
That is a investigation. That is a 13.
Okay, 13. You try to find charts. You find 1 or 2 charts of Ant employees. What stands out to you is the utter lack of medical charts. For what should have been, according to Uncle Bernard, several people that got injured and were being brought here. You hear in the hallway Uncle Bernard almost screaming. What do you mean? There's only 2. That's unacceptable. I saw 8 cars. I saw men with guns. Where are they? The front office nurses shake their heads. They never came here. As that's being said,
Could I, real quick, possibly insight and see if these hospital employees are up to snuff, or if they're feeding them some boosh?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Let's say DC 15.
Oh man, that is a 16.
16. They don't seem to know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
All you do see is out from another kind of corridor. It's kind of like a sprawled out, obviously emergency room type setting with several corridors, with each having their own kind of 3 or 4 beds in it, and the pull-away curtains, kind of dim, warm, fluorescent light all throughout. Out from another corridor, you just see Agent Kipler come out with his glasses, put them back on, and they're leaving. It looks empty, and you don't even know how that's possible. A lot of people that, according to Bernard, should have been here aren't here. It's as if they didn't exist.
And Jimmy's going to quickly make his way back over along the wall, underneath the door, and back into the room.
Yeah. If you want to, you can relay the information to everyone.
He definitely 100% relays all the information to everybody.
Okay.
There's nothing on any of these charts. It's like they're trying to conceal the whole thing. They won't even tell your uncle anything. And he points over at Cass. They're keeping them in the dark. Doesn't seem like they know anything, but they're this Vanth Corporation. They're definitely doing something shady.
Mm-hmm. They seemed prepared. Like these government people got here so fast,
and there's nobody here.
So quickly.
There's nobody here. Everybody was everybody was hurt, but there's nobody here.
I thought I heard the hospital people talking about other victims of the crash, but apparently us and you said only 2 other people are here?
A couple people, but nothing like we should expect.
Makes no sense.
Sounds like a cover-up to me, for sure.
If Vance is a main energy supplier, why would they be needing to be investigated?
Well, you saw the light that came out of there. You saw what it did to us.
We're the only ones that saw that.
Are we?
As far as we know. I mean, the man that walked up in the hazmat suit looking like he came out of Alien 3 or something.
Okay, you saw him too,
DVD.
right? Okay, good.
Not VCR.
I don't know, everything's a little fuzzy around that time because, again, 3 hits to the head and unconsciousness.
Oh my god, you already saw Alien? It just came out like 2 weeks ago. It was pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was.
Something like that is definitely going on. They're keeping something under wraps here.
I agree with Jimmy. Something's not right.
As this is all transpiring, the head nurse in the offices beyond, they have a radio going with the nightly news. There is no mention of an explosion at Vanth or injuries at the hospital.
They're covering this up, guys. There's some kind of conspiracy to be had here.
Is this the first time we know of an explosion at Vanth? Anyone else?
It's the first I've ever seen, but then again, there could have been many, many more the way they're not covering this.
And Jimmy's going to quickly go and just form back into Jimmy. Oh man, that's still got to take some getting used to.
Yeah, where does all of you go then that happens?
Honestly, I don't know, but my backpack, my wallet, my journal, my second journal, all 4 of my pencils, my 2 dry erase markers, and my permanent marker all go with it. I don't know.
Everything. There's nothing that gets left behind.
I mean, I was a naked lion. I definitely checked a couple of times. Very much naked.
Jesus.
Madonna was ready to give you a high five, but she's slowly taking her hand back.
No.
At this point, a very red-faced Bernard comes barreling into the room. As he comes in, he kind of remembers where he's at and who he's in front of, and does that weird thing where he's kind of like back at the door frame, in between. Hey, Cass. I don't know what's going on here, and I'm not getting answers. I want to respect whatever you kids went through, but I am getting to the bottom of this. And you see his posture kind of shifts and says, you know what? I'm not proud of our family. Hell, I don't even like your mom. But I am sorry that I didn't meet you. And even though you don't really know me, if there is something going on, I'll have your back. I'm not going to be another family member that just turns around and leaves.
Right. Can I insight check him?
Yeah. It's a low DC. That's all you need. He hates your family. But he seems to like you. You don't really have a reason to believe that he would lie to you on any of this. And he's definitely very frazzled on everything that's going on.
I appreciate that.
Do you want to stay here? Do you want me to take you kids somewhere else?
I'd love to not be here then.
Get me out of here. We got some crazy stuff to tell you.
Cassandra, what about the tape?
When we were on the pier, the party was a fake, by the way. The mayor's daughter is a bitch.
Oh, the mayor is too, so it's fine.
Okay, good to know.
It makes a lot of sense.
And she kind of smiles and laughs at that because that's funny. That she could just casually get away with saying somebody was a bitch, and he was just like, "Yeah, sure."
Stacy's still hot though.
I mean, yes, but
Oh, Jimmy.
but their parents invited us to go over to their place for mac and cheese, and I don't know if you'll be. You seem like you're going to be busy, so you may not be home. So I was wondering if it would be okay if I went and.
Sure. Your aunt, is she good with that?
I'm not quite sure. I think if I tell her there's mac and cheese involved, though, I'm sure she'll let me go. I'm sure she doesn't want me to go to bed hungry. It's really late.
Roll a deception check for me.
Oh no.
Your deception's pretty good.
I'm not good enough. It's a 3.
Wait, 3.
It's 3.
3 plus, what's your modifier for it?
No, it's a 2 plus 1.
Oh, wait, no,
Oh,
deception.
deception?
Plus 1.
Okay, so
6.
6.
You see he squints at you,
That's bad.
and then just kind of shrugs. I got too much to do with. You kids go ahead and get in the pack. We'll do this as it comes. He's going to get all of you, and he's going to drive over to the Everfield's house. And before y'all are even in the doorway, you see this up there. Oh, is it a party? Is it a... I'm going to leave you kids alone. You know what? You've been through a lot. And I'm getting some weird faces. So, good night. Your father and I going upstairs. Let loose. But sure enough, yeah, they go upstairs. No one else is in the house. TV's right there in the living room.
Y'all's parents are awesome.
We've got a VHS, but don't compliment them yet. They do some really weird hot yoga first thing in the morning, and then right before they go to bed for some reason.
Did somebody say hot yoga?
Oh God.
That's on the weekend, son, by the way. All right. Night. Frames all around the house.
heard of this macaroni art.
So they like the TJ Maxx like awkward poses, like
Oh yeah, just like awkward, like stickman. Like you can kind of see the progression from years of the kid's artwork with macaroni.
That one right there, I call Pablo Picasso. I'm pretty proud of that one.
It's like 2 pieces of mac and cheese.
I saw the
Shaped like an
macaroni
S.
sculptures in y'all's bathroom after I used it. Those
Thank
are so
you.
cute.
But
Thank you.
that was one mac and cheese. That was their baby teeth, actually.
mine are much darker
Oh.
themes. Mine are just
Don't
like
ask questions.
purple.
Don't ask questions about the teeth. She has a lot of them for some reason. Tieflings actually shed 3 sets of teeth before their adult ones come in.
I'm so lucky for y'all, though. What a creative way.
It's cleared out. Y'all got the mac and cheese. You pop the VA test in. Time date appears. 74. About 15 years ago. You see a much younger, actually much more handsome elf man appear. The same elf man. No trimmers, no scar. In a lab coat, though. In a very dark facility. I am making this recording in accordance with the experimentation for the Static Man project. We are not supposed to record this, and as such, I will only refer to myself as Static Man as well.
What man?
Static Man.
Static Man. Got you. Thank you.
You see, it kind of cuts to a different point in time, as if there's a time jump in the recording. And he says, I was brought in by the UR government for experimentations with the theory of the arcane. I shouldn't say this. It exists. It's always existed. And we've never not known. It's only ever been covered up. Our ability to channel magic, however, that is where we have struggled. That is where I was brought in. Now, I theorized that it would be too dangerous to bring magic back in today's world. The ramifications on our ecosystem too great. He leans back, and you see he looks at a young child laying on just like a metal slab. A younger elf. 2 different colored eyes, one green, one brown. Sick. However, desperate times call for desperate measures. In the event of a tragedy, this is my last confession. In the event of a success, I will bury this video as far away as I possibly can. I believe that our ancestors created runes and magic that could block our ability to channel. You'll see he gets out like a tuning fork. Imagine magic is on a frequency. You see if a frequency rings out. And when us, the world around it, interacts with it, on that same frequency, we can channel it, use it. But if something were to block that frequency, some sort of rune on the earth itself, or to put us on a different frequency, suddenly we would not be able to channel that magical weave anymore. With this theory, I have created a device that rings open what I believe to be a barrier between us and the magic, and allowing magic to flow freely again. I have read of ailments being healed with magical properties, and I hope, he looks back at the boy again, that we may be able to do this. The video cuts and moves forward in time. You see the time date jumps a few weeks. And he looks frantic. I've done it. I've done it. And he He's laughing as you see the boy that was very sick looks healthy again. There's a small bottle of some sort of liquid next to him, as he seems to somehow have improved. And you hear him say, "Daddy," in the background. More notes to come, but I am beyond ecstatic with what we have come across. It jumps again another couple weeks. You see gaunt features, trembling lips, as he says, "Do not, under any circumstance, ever let my research see the light of day." Not even 24 hours after I was able to rend the barrier and create a potion for my son, astronomical paradoxes occurred all around us, and my son was completely swallowed up in one. Tears start to fill up his eyes and leak down. I cannot in good conscience use this machine again to try to find him. My hypothesis was correct. Every time we use this machine, the barrier will get weaker, and the paradoxes will get worse. I have created a device to help me see when, and you see he holds this kind of monitor out. It's the same device you saw him have in his hand. It allows me to see when potential paradoxes are about to occur before they occur, and also lets me know if any rifts in the very fabric of reality are rend open, and the enchantments that our ancestor put in place are being destroyed. It goes to static as you've reached the end of the video. And as you look on in horror at what you've seen, that is where we're going to end this session.
Oh.
Shit.